some more Jayce Lux. We played this before the most recent patch, and it felt pretty reasonable, but this deck's also kind of mid-rangey, and I definitely think that, mid-range decks are markedly worse after the latest Runeterra patch. Definitely more aggro control-centric format. Feels like being at one of the extremes is beneficial. I like Lux, though. She's a sweet card. Lulu is a support champion of Runeterra. Although they're playing a mid-range deck, so hopefully this matchup will be pretty good. Honestly, this might just be a full keep. Welcome back, Chubs. Timo, thanks for the 10 months of Prime. Good morning, good morning.
Your weapon, Sunwood.
So this only has 1/1 till end of turn, so I don't really want to attack my 3/3 into this. This is going to be a 2/2 soon, so we'll just take the pass here, which is fine. We're a mid-range deck that's slanted on the controlling aspect, so. Fatso, thanks for the 35 months. Welcome back. I appreciate it. I think we're playing Jayce here. Pretty fine to block here. Fine trading this for a Pale Cascade, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and Jayce with Challenger here, so we can kill some of these elusives. Challenger lets us force their things to block.
The sun is shining. We should too.
Bless the faithful and see it.
Greninja is definitely a harder character to play. Cinderace is definitely the easier of the two carries to play. Greninja is very squish.
Invisible to the ignorant.
Shock Blast is about to be excellent. In fact, we technically have 12 mana this turn with the Forja tomorrow, right? So we're gonna to like Shock Blast here, kill these two. Lux is gonna level and give us a final spell. This turn's kinda nutty, huh? So anyways, we started blasting.
I've been hiding my light too long.
So they're almost assuredly gonna play something else out here.
By the light.
Yeah, Mr. Mime's pretty good. If you check out my Pokemon Unite YouTube channel, I actually did a tier list video yesterday. Or the day before, one of the two. There are not currently any playable Zoe decks other than Zoe Lee Sin, and even then, Zoe Lee Sin's not very good on ladder. Absolutely. Aurelion Sol is not playable.
Forgive me.
Gonna Pale Cascade here. Oh, that one, sure. That's fine. They're super dead. Yeah, Zoe Diana's on my list of things to try. We might try that one on Thursday. I don't know. Zoe Diana looks pretty mid-rangey, which feels like decks that have struggled right now lately. It's the premier tank for Unite. Wigglytuff currently is the best tank. Yasuo, Thermo Beam's actually one of the best cards we can have in our opener against a Yasuo deck, because Yasuo decks are unplayable if Yasuo gets killed usually.
Come on, people. Let's make tomorrow today. Coming through. Keep it up.
I must become the leader they need.
The latest stats suggest the deck's actually pretty horrible. Oh, is that true, Drunk Owl? Sedge. This is a 3-4, right? So if I play this, she can't attack. I think it's a challenger angle for Jayce here again.
Well, if it isn't the man of tomorrow.
Hey, back to work if you don't want to be the lady of yesterday.
Oh, I did just notice the opponent's save. That's great. I think Blastoise is great. I actually think Blastoise is the best solo queue defender in Pokemon Unite currently. I'm pretty happy to trade this for any of these, right? And obviously, this gets to eat anything they block with.
Let's go, people.
Is a leaf's only purpose to fall?
The sun is shining. We should too.
We should too. Alright, so next turn I'm gonna have 9 mana total. So I could Forge of Tomorrow into 4 Demacia. Ghoul Run, if you want a good deep dive on what's good in Unite, I'd really encourage you to check out the tier list video I posted. It's like less than 10 minutes. I don't spend a lot of time. There isn't a lot of filler in it. Man, I'm gonna forward Demacia, and they're gonna just like unsummon my thing, aren't they? I guess if they unsummon Lux in response, everything else still gets huge, and then Jayce still gets to kill this. This could just be like a deny angle for them too, though. Thanks, Sidrus. If this just resolves and Lex levels, the game's probably over. Okay.
Powering up.
They could have a recall for this.
Don't want any trouble.
Maybe I do have a future.
We have 10 total mana, so not quite enough to Lux plus level Lux.
Everywhere I go, the light follows.
I live for those who do not.
We'll save Demacia from magic.
Demacia doesn't need saving.
If I just Thermo Beam Ari here, and then next turn the Sharp Sights let me level Lux at burst speed. It could also be a Vanguard into for Demacia angle next turn. But if I want to do that, I can't beam. I'm gonna beam Ari. Oh, I guess this is bad because that doesn't count as being cast now, right?
You still haven't answered that question?
That's awkward.
Like this.
Break the silence.
The forest surrounds you.
Morning, hard to break.
You can almost hear the cogs turn.
Shine with me. Too slow.
The world's heart beats with mine.
So we have okay opens. The problem is they just like are gonna have. Oh right, these are free. So we don't have okay opens. This one was free. That's unfortunate. The problem is they're just like infinite stuns coming in our future, right?
Illuminate the enemy.
You have no alibi. You can't outrun justice.
Think open is bad here? Do I just dome them with this? We do like this, huh? Yeah, I think you're right. They're They're gonna like recall Lux in response. I'm gonna feel bad. Like, oh, what's it called here? Whoa, that worked? Holy shit. I don't know what to do with my hands, chat.
I've been hiding my light too long.
My body wasn't ready for that to resolve.
This is the cutting edge of progress.
Alright, chat, it's time to start blasting.
First step's the hardest.
Okay, so we just chunk one of their X ones here, right? Yeah, we just beam a 1 health idiot. And then Jayce can actually trade Yasuo now, right? Assuming there's not a stun. There's probably a stun. But in theory, Jayce could trade Yasuo. If they unban Birthing Pod, we'll load up Magic Online.
No more holding back. Into battle with hearts aglow.
You have no alibi.
What if they unban Twin? If they unban Twin and also ban Ragavan, Splinter Twin is enticing, or Pod's enticing enough that I would suffer the monkey. Splinter Twin is not.
Endless struggle.
I don't know what Birthing Pod would look like in the Yorion era, but it sounds fun to figure out. Honestly, there's a good chance Birthing Pod's not even good, right? I think we have to hold these to block next turn because they're not lethal. So I don't think we like them being on 1 versus 3 is about the same. I guess I could end up drawing like Mystic Shot and being sad here, but it's a good draw. This draw notably means I can trigger Lux here, which is nice. I'm gonna start here because if this resolves and like they go to deploy something else, we could double sharp sight and then beam their face. Yeah, if they give us an action, we have lethal. Assuming this resolves and they give us an action, we have lethal. Thanks for the follow, Zell. Beam, beam. I really like Target as a region. Zoe's probably my favorite champion in Runeterra. I wish she was a bit better. I'm not a fan of Lee Sin's gameplay in Runeterra, so like Zoe Lee Sin's not really
Think you're fast? Here. Underestimated.
By the light.
Anyways, we started blasted. That was a good game.
Would it help if I apologized?
Yeah, chat, we got really beat up on Draven Rubble, so I had to load up my Smurf. I was actually playing the other side of that match on my cell phone. I needed a W real bad. Thanks for the 17 months, Ben. Really appreciate the support. Welcome back. In theory, Magic ban list updates usually go live in half an hour, but who knows? The only thing consistent about Wizards of the Coast is that they're inconsistent. Our hand's actually pretty good into this, I think. If they have their 2-drop on 2, it's our hand's not great, but other than that, it's fine. All right, can we fade the 2-drop on 2? Just dead. We're dead, chat. Can no longer win. This is the best card in the Darkness deck. I feel like anytime this card hits like 2 or more times, you usually just lose. This was not the challenger I wanted for Christmas, chat. Yeah, what does Darkness do? Darkness is a slow spell that starts off dealing 2 damage, and there's lots of things like this Yordle and Viegar and such that make it better.
You will be scoured from this land.
What's going on, Coons? Thanks for the 41 months. Are there not Mystic Shots in this deck? I just haven't played this deck list enough to know there aren't Mystic Shots. I believe you that there aren't Mystic Shots in it. I don't play enough Runeterra to have all the deck lists memorized.
Magic has no place here.
Oh, brilliance! Hold back the darkness.
No sympathy for sorcery.
Guess we block with the bigger one instead of trading. Makes these more susceptible to small removal, but like their Darknesses are already dealing, what, 5 damage? So it doesn't matter much. Oh, look at this. A single combat is gonna trigger our Lux, chat. Let's just good deck building.
Everywhere I go, the light follows.
One goes down, thousands to go.
Roots out magic.
This is fast thanks to Senna. There's 6 total mana next turn. Let's attack with just this. I don't think I want to trade this for the 2/1. They just have another Senna? They must just have another one, right? Are they gonna open darkness here? Is it silly to single combat here? And just like level my luck so she's outside of darkness range?
Pushing my limits.
Oh, that's good. Even spell shields. Let's do discard, manifest, okay, so I think we want to just crack the spell shield on this, right? Because that it's not like barrier spell shield persists across turn. Wait, is it temporary? Oh. You're right. I didn't realize that. That's one thing that trips me up. It's weird. It's weird that barrier and spell shield are different.
X-Step cannon, test it, and try. There's nothing a little engineering.
From a one lasts till end of turn and one does not perspective, then there's random spell shields like this that just like are only one round.
We're in this together.
X-Tech engaged.
I don't want to attack with Lux here because their darknesses are currently only dealing 5. Got me.
Oh, take a flyer!
Never back down from what you believe.
Now we have sharp sights available to protect her should they go to darkness her for 5.
Magic corrupts Demacia from
Oh, I guess if they have...
Like what I know.
I guess if they have the thing that lets them darkness my dome, we die now, probably.
I help when I can.
I didn't know what a meta zoo was before they announced a reserved list, and the fact that I now know what a meta zoo is would imply to me they only announced a reserved list to try and gain relevance for their game that's otherwise irrelevant. That would be my assumption on that end. MetaZoo is some weird third-rate TCG that does cash grabby things like most TCGs.
For justice and all things right.
So I have 11 total mana here. Really have great attacks. Let's start like this and see what they do. You know, 3 power less. Let's kill this, and this kills this. So yeah, so there's your total mana, and then this extra 3 is what they call spell mana. It's kind of like carryover mana between turns. You can bring up to 3 mana across turns with you, but the mana you carry over can only be used to cast spells. So that's spell mana. Go ahead and blast this.
No more holding back. How dare they?
And then next turn we can Pogger's Day, which will trigger Lux again. I really am confused by the turn they traded their Senna off. Well, RN Jesus take the wheel, eh?
Safe and sound, just like I promised.
Thanks for the follow, Orsoon. What's going on, James? Yeah, I've been doing Runeterra a couple, 2 to 3 days a week for the last couple of months now. Do I just back-to-back here? I think we just back-to-back, right? It's good, hard to break. Easily the best player economy of any digital card game out there. Not close. Oh, I guess we can save her, right? So They get to play one more free card here. Someone asked if they wheeled. They played an RNG card. So this gives them 10 random cards that all cost 0, and then you can only play fleeting card. You only play 3 more cards this turn. So it gave them 9 random cards. So 7 of these are free and fleeting, which means they go away at end of turn. So you can play 1 more for free. Well, so, John, if you haven't checked out any of our Runeterra stuff before, the thing that you should know about Runeterra is that it's really easy to get into it. It's not like getting into other card games where your wallet's gonna get punched in the throat. There's no booster packs in Runeterra. You literally just get to, like, buy the cards you want at fair prices. It's kind of cracked. Okay, so this is 5. So if they don't pokey stick her in response here, she gets to make another final spark. And then I actually have exactly 6 left over, so we get to assembly line and make another final spark. Rude. This is a good last card to have. Gets to kill Viegar here.
You have no alibi.
No, I think they could still kill it. They need to draw, All right, now we're in garbage time. Can you feel it? Can you feel it in the air tonight? Go on. Fizzy Dragon! Thanks for the almost 4 years. Welcome back. Speaking of feel it in the air chat, my block list on Twitter is gonna go way up today. Lot of magic boomers, big mad. It's gonna be an afternoon for the blocks. Yeah, honestly, I think this is all reasonable here. Past Jeff was smart though and took Twitter off of my work computer. So shout outs to Past Jeff for doing that. Oh, I haven't even talked about ban list stuff yet that's coming up. I blocked him this morning, Precipic. I should have done it a while ago. Ooh, this is actually low-key pretty good here.
I'm your man.
Hello, new best friend.
I think we just chill.
I'm one of the good guys, but not that good.
Hey, beam me aboard. I technically lose a little bit of efficiency here. So I could have played this, but if I play this before I beam, they get to attack, and the attack's not good for me. Saffron decided to show up in my mentions this morning saying that Luminarch Aspirant doesn't see any alchemy play, and his reference point was the last Hoglandia Open. And for the people that aren't familiar with my stuff, the last Hoglandia Open wasn't even alchemy, and Luminarch Aspirant does still see alchemy play in the mono white deck as a 4 of. So, not only was he wrong, but the one piece of anecdotal evidence he decided to cite wasn't even relevant. Even if our one event had been alchemy, like one event's not a relevant data point anyways, but it wasn't even alchemy to begin with. So it was like, why would you point to that one? Hickahawk, thanks for the 46 months. Does he play in Historic? It does not, but humans got completely pushed out of Historic, so it's not really relevant. Like, it saw play in Historic for half a second, and then the deck got pushed out. A lot of 2-1s over here, Chip.
You won't feel it first.
Thanks for the support, Hickahawk. We need a Meat Hook Massacre in Runeterra, right? Honestly, one of the things that makes Runeterra a less frustrating game on that axis is that there's a lot less... This trade is fine for us. There's a lot less sweepers, and they're more expensive.
Suppose you want us working, eh?
Well, that is what I pay you for.
Wait, are we really just not attacking me with 2-1s? God bless, deal.
Suppose you want us working, eh?
Well, that is what I pay you for.
Oh, I would love to.
Parents, keep me. My life or theirs.
Let's go, people! Keep it up!
Slow down, will you?
Actually just ranged your entire team. Goodbye. Goodbye, friends! Now we get to play 3 mana Remembrance here. 1 Radiant Guardian, please. Rats, never lucky. It is a little unfortunate that we haven't cast a 6+ mana spell yet this game. Oh wait, we have? Did we earlier? Oh, the True Shot Barrage was 6+. I'm a big dumb shit. Gosh, that's gas. And their deck doesn't have sweepers. They should just mostly be dead here.
Soldiers, to me.
Soldiers, to me. Yes, the priority system in Runeterra makes their sweepers feel less bad even when they happen. Agree with that. There are some times where your deck's just dead to the sweeper, but those are fewer and further between. The Scouts deck has, like, never been impressive. Like what happened that game is, like, what frequently happens with the Scouts deck. Like, the Scouts deck, it, like, they play their misfortune and then you kill it and the deck just does nothing. The power level of it is just completely different when you have your champions versus not, and when you're playing against someone that can kill your champions, your deck's just very weak. Yes, some decks don't play removal and just die is accurate. Hey, Precipic, are there any numbers on this deck that we're playing? Do other people play this? Is it good? This is the second time we've played it, and it felt good last time, too. I want a Shock Blast. Shock Blast against Teemo Caitlyn's probably fine. Sand seems reasonable. We're a little soft to turn 1 Teemo with this hand. That's a life motto more people would be served to live by, chat. I help when I can, I shut up when I can't. God bless you. So what we talked about this in the subs Discord a little bit yesterday, but something that I had never thought about that recently occurred to me is it's weird that Magic players are really up in arms that alchemy rebalances don't give them wild cards for their cards being rebalanced, but nobody's ever asked for refunds when their Magic Online cards get banned. And it's so weird to me that Arena's just held to this different standard than Moto is by all the existing Magic players.
Nothing beats field testing.
And for what it's worth, I don't think refunding would be a bad thing. It's just it had occurred to me that there was a double standard. Arena still has standard where you can play the cards. Most Moto players don't own cards. I mean, that's probably true today, Precipic, but it wasn't true for a long time. For a long time, everybody owned their stuff on Moto. Ho, home. So we get to play Lux here, and then we get to play a 6-mana spell next turn.
Everywhere I go, the light follows.
Lux changing to 5 mana was such a big upgrade for her. What's going on, Slate? Thanks for the follow today. You're new to the channel, so for what it's worth, I've played a lot of Runeterra in the past. I took a bit of a break during the Lysandra metagame, where there were a lot of combo decks that were popular. I wasn't a fan of it. But I've got a lot of Runeterra under my belt.
I go ways to find me mushrooms.
Hey, Rosa, got some new tweaks to the power circuitry.
Great, we're running into heat issues. What you got?
By the light.
Yeah, to be fair, Hent, a lot of the drama around the format of Alchemy, I think, is largely being caused or stoked by people that don't really have any interest in playing it. They're just looking for something to be upset by. I think there's a big group of people who play Magic or like the idea of playing Magic today that have kind of outgrown the game and it's no longer for them, but they don't want to realize or admit that. So instead of like moving on to a different hobby and having a healthy relationship with something else, they just kind of complain endlessly about. I don't even think it's about clout chasing. I think there's just a lot of people that they don't realize that they're unhappy.
Step aside.
We're working here. Keep it up.
Okay, so how about we, this is slow, so how about we forward Demacia here to save Jayce? And then that'll generate a beam that we can kill this with. We'll have good open attacks. Unfortunately, the content base around Runeterra is just not particularly large. I spent a number of months focusing on Runeterra as the primary card game I played, and as interesting as it is and as player friendly as the economy is, it's just not super popular. There's not a lot of growth. Card games in and of themselves, not even specific to Runeterra, but card games in general are kind of a niche audience. So Runeterra's total potential for content stuff is on the small side. Ban list is up. Look at that. All right, I'm gonna finish this match so that we can pull that up. They banned stuff in standard? Wow. Okay, yeah, don't spoil it yet. I'll pull it up in a second. I think we're gonna win this game. Hopefully we're gonna win this game.
Show me that again.
Oh right, he doubles our first 6 cost spell. Oh, we get 2 final sparks. All right, let's go. I forgot Jayce's had level up text.
Firing.
So we have like solid attacks here. We have double final spark. If they don't kill us by making us draw mushrooms, we should be good. And there's only 23 puff caps and 26 cards.
Found me.
Oh, for fuck's sake. So, in theory, this isn't lethal. In theory, we're only taking 5 damage here. The expected damage from this volatile boom is 5. There are 23 traps in 26 cards. Okay, they high rolled a little bit, but we're still alive. And they're dead. Good stuff. That's a good one, dead dog. Easy clap. Easy clap. For people that enjoy Runeterra stuff for me, remember there's a playlist of Runeterra stuff up on my YouTube channel. I am taking tomorrow morning off, but I will be playing Thursday and Friday morning. We'll be doing a Runeterra deck to start again. This deck's kind of gas. It was good. This was the second time we've played this deck, and it was good again. This is definitely the best feeling mid-range deck we've played in Runeterra. And a big part of why it feels good, I think, is because both Jayce and Lux, while they're really interactive cards, they can also just kill people, right? Like, this is a 4/4 for 4 that can get quick attack and run people down, and the fact that Lux's final sparks can hit the Nexus now is just such a huge deal. So that's great. If you're looking for a mid-range deck in Runeterra, I would highly recommend this one.